Jamsin Entertainment.
Hey, prep work for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. First one, I think, was simply titled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm not going to go too much into detail about that one, because I can sum it up by describing what two movies it knocks off. It knocks off the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies that came out in the very early 90s, and it knocks off Batman Begins. Very, very similar to both of them. It uses similar jokes and gimmicks from the Turtles movie, and it uses the same plot from Batman Begins. If you've seen both of those, you've seen the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie. Alright, I'll go into a little detail. So that movie does open up really nice. It gives you the background of the Turtles. But the strange thing is that after they introduce April and establish her character, you find out that they tell you their origin again, saying that April was a little girl when they were lab animals being worked on by a character that should be the main villain. I can't remember his name, but he was working on some kind of mutagen that's like a super healing medicine. He like makes superhumans or something, I don't know. And her father was the other doctor at this lab facility, and she names them and she gives them their love for pizza. Apparently, it's just, I don't like that origin story. The one in the opening, that's a good origin story. Overall, it's weird that they just tell this origin twice. The turtles look like garbage. I mean, it's cool they have distinguishing gear, but if they didn't have their gear and it were just turtles and shells, they look horrible. The animatronics back in the early 90s looked absolutely amazing. They looked like real Ninja Turtles who were walking around fighting the Foot Clan. And I'll grant you, that movie was more or less all joke and gimmicks. It did, because the plot was Shredder and his gang of teenagers steal things, and that was about it. So the first one didn't have much plot, but it made up for it in comedy and gimmicks. It was fun and action. Now the new one does have good action. It's, I don't know. It has some turtle moments. The best part of the movie, they're in an elevator, and they just came from fighting most of the Foot Clan, and they're on their way up to Mecha Shredder. That's the other big problem. Because Michael Bay produced this, I guess they felt obligated to make Shredder kind of Transformer-ish. Okay, a little about the Shredder in this one. There's not much to say. He's kept in the shadows most of the time, and he can't make up his mind whether he wants to speak Japanese or English. And he's not really the main villain. So in Batman Begins, you had Ra's al Ghul, who actually, like, okay, he did more than this guy. He established that what he wants to do, why he wants to do it, trained Bruce, deceived Bruce, and then came back and said, we tried to take down Gotham before. I'm here to finish the job. And not the greatest of villains. Ra's al Ghul definitely has more to him than that, but again, I didn't write that. This Shredder wants to do the same thing to, I guess it's New York, and the this other villain, the sub villain, who's more of a villain than Shredder is, which shouldn't be, uh, created this mutagen, and they were going to release some toxin that kills people, and this mutagen was going to save people, and they were going to get rich. But this guy's already like ridiculously rich. The plot just doesn't make sense. I can understand if he was like a no one scientist who had nothing and he did this. Probably the best action scene is when they're sliding down the mountain. You, it's something you never seen the turtles do. They were out of their shell, haha, in that scene because I'm sure in the TV show and the comics they were probably in like snow areas, but this one they're sliding down and they're just escaping on these huge trucks, and they're trying to foil the bad guys following them. It's just a fun scene to watch. But that's basically the first movie. The second movie, what got me hyped into it. Oh, I didn't talk about the elevator scene. So the turtles finished fighting these foot soldiers, and they're in an elevator going up to Shredder. And to calm things down, Mikey starts doing like a beatbox, and it's something that it's a turtle moment. It's completely genuine. It lasts for I don't know a minute, a little more than that. I don't know, but it's fun. I made it my ringtone. That's how fun it is, and that's the best part of the movie. It's uh, the best parts of the movie in the other ones were all the action scenes, because they did turtle moments and action scenes. The action scenes here, you could have done the same thing with just 4 guys. They didn't really show them that they're turtles. I mean, the closest thing they did was like Raphael's shell got cracked. It wasn't broken, so it didn't come off or anything. It just got cracked, and they duct taped it. I know duct tape fixes a lot. Well, it doesn't fix a lot of things, but it puts a lot of things back together. Are they going to explain it in the next film? I don't know. But what got me hooked into the next film was that they're bringing in Krang. This one looks like it's gonna follow the story more, like the TV show I grew up with. I don't know if they're gonna have Krang's body. Bebop and Rocksteady are gonna be in it, and I think Shredder is back as well. Oh, that's the other thing that it took from the original Turtles movie. Shredder falls from a building. The only thing that they didn't do was have him fall into a trash truck. They had him fall into concrete. And if he's back in this film, it's either someone else or the suit saved him, which wouldn't have worked unless there's something inside the suit that's protecting him. But in reality, you fall from, I don't know what it was, 50, 60, 70 stories. It was really high. It was up there. He would be freaking mush inside that suit. So it's either a different Shredder or the same guy. Maybe they'll develop him this time. I don't know. Krang's in this. Bebop and Rocksteady, and I think they're going to go the same route that the TV show did. They got turned into what they are. And I didn't see the trailer, my brother did. Rich said it showed him injecting him with this new serum that would turn them human. And then it showed him having 5 turtle fingers. It was still green. I guess they're going to be green humans. I was looking forward to this movie until I heard about that. And I'm going to look up the trailer and stop remaking things that don't need to be remade. It's as simple as that. Unless it's unless it's bad to begin with, like RoboCop, that was a bad movie, and they remade it, and it was an awesome movie. Okay, that's one example. I'm pretty sure if I went on the internet and looked up old versus new, I could make a list of good versus bad. So let me know your comments and thoughts below. What do you think of the new movies? Do you hold true to the old ones? Do you like the new ones for some reason? Who's your favorite turtle? If you haven't guessed who my favorite turtle is, just yeah. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people will like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. And stay tuned. Next Thursday is going to be a throwback review on the movie Dungeons and Dragons.
Live your imagination.